Hello everyone, welcome to CX Day 2020. I'm so excited to be here and be part of this amazing celebration. Thanks to CXPA and also ACX for the opportunity. And today we are going to talk about how we can transform the customer journey using digital interactions. Let's get started. I would like to start introducing myself. My name is Fernando Dantas. I'm a digital experience manager at Hermes Pardini Group. I'm also the co-author of a CX book to be released in the next 2 weeks. I also hold the customer and patient experience certifications, the first from CXPA, the second from PXI. And these three words pretty much summarize my whole career. In the past 15 years, I've been working on digital customer and patient experience field. And at the right side, you have my lovely family, Raphael and Lucy. And we can start talking a little bit more about interactions. I like to think the interactions are the source of the customer experience. And I say that because every experience starts with a simple interaction, and the sum of all the interactions is what results in the customer experience as a whole. As we can see in the slide, there's two sides of each interaction, usually customer and the other side the company. Customer comes with needs, motivations, frustrations, and the company, usually represented by employees, also comes with resources, tools, and training, and all that mixed together to form the interaction, and the sum of them result in the customer experience. So every single interaction matters and should be well designed and planned so the customer can have great perception and overall great experience. This next page reflects the importance of the interactions. Interactions never come alone. Every time you have interaction, it results in perception. Perception results in feeling, and feeling change the customer behavior. So let's suppose your customer call your customer service. He didn't wait for like 5 minutes. That will result in a bad perception. Of course, customer will be upset, and finally, you can have the customer looking for other companies to provide services because he's not satisfied with yours, and that chain reaction should be well observed. Of course, NPS and very other metrics can be used to measure, but make sure you understand this chain reaction every time you have interaction with the customer. And here we have another way to see interactions. At the horizontal axis, at the left side, we have all the digital interactions that customer can have throughout the journey. At the right side, we have the traditional analog or offline interactions. And those two types of interactions, they usually mix at the journey. We're gonna see in the next page a little bit more about that. On the vertical X, we have at the top positive and negative emotions. This is where we see promoters and detractors. And just to remember, the opposite of a promoter is not a detractor. There is the neutral in between. So every time you have an interaction that does not result in positive or negative emotions, you have a neutral, and the neutral itself should be well planned and designed to result, of course, in promoters. That is what every company should aim for. Okay, interactions are very important, but interactions don't happen if you are not honored by customer with their time and attention. So I consider time and attention pre-requirements to a interaction, and here we can say that every company, it doesn't matter the area, the industry. At the bottom, we are all competing for customer time and attention, and it's very important to honor the time and attention of the customer when they decide to give it. And we see every time the customer is waiting on lines, or the customer is not satisfied with a particular interaction, uh, we are somehow not honoring customer time and attention. It's very important to conquer that, and also important to make sure we are honoring these scarce resources. And how we can honor customer time and attention? We can use the three E's. Those are presented by Forrester. The first E is about the interactions and the experience when they are effective. Every single interaction should satisfy customer needs, and that's what we call effective experience. The second stage, this is like a ladder, right? So once you have the first step, customer are going to look for the second and then the third. But at the second level, every experience and interaction should be easy. There is a strong correlation between customer loyalty and how easy it is to make business with your company. So pay attention for that, and that's why we use the customer effort score to measure it. And finally, every single interaction should be enjoyable. And I would like to say that every single interaction, it doesn't matter the type, but every single interaction has the potential to be enjoyable when you design this interaction carefully. Moving on, let's talk now a little bit more about the digital interactions. And I would like to start with this brilliant comic that reflects the reality on how many companies were tackling the digital aspects of the transformation before the pandemic. So make sure this is not your office. We now understand the importance of the digital experience. And this second picture also shows, if you are not ready for the digital world, you can look, or your company can look like this young lady here. So be sure you develop a digital footprint, and like customer experience, the digital transformation also requires time and maturity. So make sure you start it as soon as possible, if not already. And talking about transformation, I have here three diagrams that shows the stage of digital transformation in your company. We can start with the offline journey, where most of the companies have all the interactions happening offline. This is a hypothetical coffee shop experience. We can see at the bottom that all interactions happen in the physical analog world, and there is no digital interactions that would be at the top. And when we evolve that to the second diagram, we can see like a mixed or hybrid journey, showing at the top some digital interactions and at the bottom offline interactions. And this is where most companies are today. They are releasing service, digital and online services, and those services are connected to the offline experience. And I see there are a lot of challenges in this model. First, it's important to connect, make sure the whole journey makes sense to the customer, and there's where the challenge starts. So If you have, let's say, a IT team that is working to release a digital service, and your customer experience team or your support team are not well connected, and nobody has a holistic view of the whole journey, it's basically impossible to release digital services and make sure they connect as expected. So customer will be confused, customer will be upset, and the hybrid journey. It's important. There's no way to be digital at once. There's a journey itself, a transformation journey, but make sure you make sense. You have a holistic view of the whole journey before you start releasing digital service. Okay. As we are talking a lot about digital experience, let me share with you my personal definition of digital experience, which is very similar to the customer experience definition provided by CXPA, but I just added the digital channels and solutions. So every time your customer interacts with your company through a digital channel, I consider that a digital experience that is obviously connected to the whole experience. And here we have a framework provided by David Rogers that show the 5 behaviors that drive digital interactions. So if you are designing or your company is moving to the hybrid journey, make sure you are paying attention to those 5 behaviors. At the end, these are what customers look when interacting in the digital world. And moving to the end of our presentation, I would like to share a quick example on how the digital technologies can transform the customer experience. This is a quick video from Pardini, the company I work for, and I believe it illustrates how we can transform every single interaction, including the painful ones.
This is VR Vaccine. The VR Vaccine is an immersive adventure where the children become a hero about to receive a powerful shield.
Tudo bem, Luigi? Você gosta de super-herói?
To make it work, we need one VR gear, one smartphone for the children, one for the nurse, and the VR Vaccine app.
Você voltou! Você voltou!
And what the children experience in the virtual world is matched step by the nurse that follows the story on a second screen.
Pronto. Agora o fruto de fogo. Mas ó, vamos lá. Bem rapidinho. Peraí.
All simultaneously calming and entertaining children while helping the nurses to better perform the vaccination.
Funciona! Obrigada!
Caramba, filho, o que você acha disso?
Legal.
É a primeira vez que eu vejo, em 15 anos da minha atuação profissional com vacinas, que a realidade virtual pode transferir a dor e entretenimento.
Ele chorou em todas que ele tomou desde que ele nasceu. E dessa vez não. Até achei que ele ia dar um showzinho aqui hoje.
Porque quando eu era pequena tinha medo, mas agora não tem mais não.
The day with no more crying in the vaccination room is closer than we think.
All right. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. It was an honor to be part of this celebration and sharing some ideas about customer and digital experience. Once again, thanks CXPA and ACX for the great opportunity. Hope you connect to my LinkedIn network, and I wish you all a great week. Hope to see you next time.